Hey Cecil, how you doing? That's the Cecil bird. Well, some of the birds are more active after Peaches passed away, and this one has become a bucket bird. This seems to be his new way of dealing with things. And the other thing he's doing, I'll see if I can get him to do it. No, he's not doing it right now, is he'll keep that beak open when he looks at you, which is not his normal behavior. These two are generally more active, where the rest of the birds are a little quieter after she passed away. So Sugar and Peaches came to an agreement after the first year or two. Don't remember how long it took, but Peaches started sitting next to Sugar. There's some video which I'll have to try to dig up, where they're actually sitting next to each other and just kind of hanging out together, looking at each other, and it's obvious they're not having a problem. But she's been a lot calmer as far as not moving around as much, not as active since Peaches passed away. Cecil is much more likely to attack my shoes right now. He's frustrated. He knew her and sat next to her cage one way or another for most of the time she was with us. So he's not happy about it. It's really obvious. It takes a lot to distract him. The bucket seems to help, and my shoes are whacking me on the head. It does seem to be his. There he is with the beak open again. See, that's that beak open maneuver that he's doing right there. That started when she died. And then that look, that kind of blank look on his face, that's all started when she passed away. Each of the birds is dealing with it in a different way. I think Lucy probably knew Peaches about the least, but what happened when Peaches passed away is she started getting difficult to get out of her cage. So I have to use applied behavior analysis, put something up against her beak to get her out of the cage now, and that all started at that time. There's no way to know that that's exactly what caused it, but it certainly seems that way, since it occurred right after, the day after she was shown Peach's body. She started doing that. And this one I have to watch pretty close because she's doing a little more picking since Peaches passed away. And Jasmine knew her the least of any of them. But for the first couple of days after she saw that Peaches had passed away, she started nipping. And she's never done that before. And a couple of times I had to do the rotate your arm routine, where you rotate your arm in the same direction, because she got that way. So these are all changes that occurred at that time. This one was fond of Peaches. Although getting him to say that, stop that down there, that's my shoe. What's left of it, you keep digging into it. And most of those holes in that shoe came after Peaches died, so. Now in his cage, he's quieter. Bob is quieter in his cage, but out here he's a lot more active, generally speaking. he's also been more, up until the last couple of days, he's been more aggressive. And I would have not guessed that it would cause any kind of aggression. That would not have been my guess, but what he does, or did, he's not doing it anymore, apparently. Stop, Cecil. Come on, leave the feet alone. Come on. But don't give me that blank look. That's the kind of look you had when you first came to me. You don't need to do that. No. That's almost the look he had when he first came. And he's only been doing this look since she passed away, so. Hello down there. You in there? But this one has been hanging. You're not getting in my pocket. This one has been hanging on the bar right here. He hangs right about there. And then he grabs me. You know, he grabs my shirt sleeve and pulls it. And sometimes, of course, he misses and gets my arm. Cecil, those are my feet. Cecil, my feet, okay? My feet. I'll be glad when he gets out of that look. Maybe when we get moved, he'll break out of it. And it could take that long. That's the thing. It could take a while. Change the scene would definitely be good for him. But and Romeo's right next to her cage, too. And he really didn't even want me putting my hand in his cage right after she passed away. But within a few days, he started reversing that. And it wasn't because of what happened. It was because Lorelei started going after him. And no, you can't have my shoes. How many times do I have to tell you that? No, no. You can step up. You can take the elevator. But you're not going to eat my shoe. No, not eating the shoe. No. Cecil. Are you in there, Cecil? Hello? Cecil. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah, that whole look on his face came from her dying. This one up here, he'll sit next to me now because I protect him from Lorelei. So it's a clear case of negative reinforcement. The negative is Lorelei, you know, that makes him afraid, so he comes over and it reinforces his getting next to me and allowing me to pet him and that kind of thing. So, but there's a little dust there. Now with the shoes. Stop it. Little dust coming from Jasmine. Come on, focus there, camera. Just a little dust coming from the girl. Yeah, and I had to buy new vinyl for this protector I made there because this one is chewing on that pretty regularly now. Aren't you? Aren't you? So, after all this happened, I had to, with her, I have to make sure she's getting enough medication. So I've had to increase, I had to strengthen the methodology I use to get it in her. And she's okay with it, but it's, you know, I have to hold her head back and basically make sure it gets down her throat and then put peanut butter into her beak while her head is still back. Would you leave my shoes alone, please? Cecil, you want to step up or you're going to eat my shoe? You're going to eat my shoe. No. You can come up here if you want. No. We're not going to eat shoes. Nope. Cecil, come on. And just in case you think that you heard he was on medicine, he's not been on medicine for 2 days. So this has nothing to do with any kind of medication. He's just this way right now. I actually took him off the medication for a few days to see if I could start to break him out of this, but he doesn't want to come out. Cecil. And that one, I've got to make sure she doesn't pluck any feathers. Romeo plucked some feathers yesterday. He's getting used to being outside again. And yesterday he won't come out for me, but he'll come out for Dan or Deb. So he didn't get out yesterday, and that didn't go well. He lost about 10 feathers, just coverts, but well, I'm about to crack down the head, so I'll make this the end of our video. Yeah. Speaking of the end, that's well said. You get in the bucket and it's the end. We'll see you next time.
Science knowledge only adds to the excitement, the mystery, and the awe of a flower.
Evidence is evidence. It's public. Everybody can look at the evidence and assess it, and eventually, if there's enough evidence, come to the same conclusion.
The Chloe Sanctuary for Parrots and Cockatoos, a nonprofit charity dedicated to the empowerment of captive parrots and public awareness.